for anyone who's coming in. We're just waiting for to see if anyone is joining us live. Let's just watch and see what we got going on here. It is a late live, so let's see. We have 3. Okay, so we are live. I just want to make sure we're on before we actually go anywhere. So we are on live. Oh, here we go. It's filling up. Okay, and then the messages just said we're here. So hello, everyone. Hello, Felicia. Always the first in. Always the first in. And Karen, hello. Stacy, hello. Tammy and Rachel, hello. So we are coming in tonight. It is a late night. Michelle and I were just talking, and I'm like, I feel like I should come in tonight live or tomorrow night. I wasn't sure. And so we decided to come in and do a live. So we're just in. We don't know what's happening yet. Give us a moment. We just got in. This is very impromptu. It is in the moment. This is Michelle Gibson, and Michelle is also a soul sister of More Than Existing. She is a psychic medium, and she's one of my dear friends, and she's joining me here tonight so that we can come in and we can spend probably an hour pulling some cards and doing some readings, and we're going to talk a little bit about the energy. So as you all know, I kind of like to feel out the energy before we start. So we are watching the energy, feeling the energy, and just seeing, just letting it unfold. So we're working with the energy of spirit tonight and working through this. And we were just actually, while we're letting the room just fill up, we were just talking about a prediction on my YouTube that I made this week. So I just posted Monday night. I posted the weekly channeled message. And in the beginning, Michelle and I were just talking about it. I kept saying, I hear this wind. I hear wind. Like I hear there's a tornado. There's a tornado and there's a tornado. And I can feel it, sense it. And I think it's hitting, like it feels like it's Texas. It feels like that. And it was like 3:44 in the a.m. A tornado hit Texas. And so it was like full predict. I could hear the wind blowing. I could hear the tornado coming. And so that's in my YouTube video this week that I just posted for Monday. So it speaks about that. And I've been having so many predictions and so many prophecies that are coming through. And I have so much, but a lot I can't share. It's things that are coming up, but I don't share everything that I get that way. Oh, and Michelle, share this over to your page. Did you hit to share?
I am doing that right now.
So hello, everyone who's joining in. We got Kristen and Linda and Karen and Jeanette and Kenzie and Carla and Monica and Jenna and Crystal and Edie. And I think everyone else I've spoke to that I can see so far. Felicia says, I told the people in my house they have been bothering me with crazy stuff to finally leave me alone. It's been fine since. Yes, exactly. So you speak to spirit as if spirit is just, they're here as much as we're here. That's what you should always remember, is that spirit is as present as we are. You're always walking amongst some form of energy. You're always bumping into energy. Whether you walk past a person and you can see their physical form, a few feet out from them, you're still walking through their energy. You're in their energy and you're through their energy. And so, so Michelle and I are connecting here tonight. So Michelle has gone through probably every course that I have taught in the last how many years? And Michelle used to say, we used to work together in Slave Lake. We were both hairstylists. She's still hairstyling, and in Leduc. And she used to she was so not into my work.
I was scared.
She was scared of what I did. She's like, there's no way this is going to be my life. And then one day she came to me, and that was the beginning of her journey. And so here we are now side by side, still working together in different ways. And so Michelle's joining me tonight. This was very last minute. We did not get prepared. I have purple yoga pants on and brown shirt because, I thought I should look a little bit decent coming in because I've been packing all day. So for anyone who don't know, I'm getting ready to leave this house. I'm moving again, and I will be moving next week. So, or after I come back, I'm so excited to be back in Edmonton teaching some amazing people from the Indigenous communities from all over, all next week. And that's how it's like, that just fills my heart. But tonight, here we are. So we are going to open up. We are going to open up with a card to just open up space, and then we will choose some people. We don't know who's going to be chosen. We do trust this, and we trust the process. We both have different cards. I don't even know what Michelle's using right now.
I think 3 sets.
I got 3 sets of 2. And so we're going to trust this. So we're going to open up with a card just to open up the room. We're open up the spirit. We're calling and open up that space, and we're asking for spirit guides. We're asking for the guides and the angels to open up and to allow in that beautiful energy, and to bring in healing. We are both healers, and healing is one of the big things that we do. So we're opening up to any healing that is needed, spiritual, emotional healing that you may be looking for, somebody else may be looking for. And bringing that in. It's funny. Monique just said, I'm in early recovery, looking for, right? And so I just said, we're calling in the healing. So something of that's coming in for you. Yeah. So let's see. We don't know who's going to be chosen. So let's see what we have. So we're opening up with a card for everyone. And we're coming in with a 3. See, you just like, it's the 3s. It's the...
3 of water.
Okay. And I have and what do I have? What do I have? The 3 of wands, I think. Yeah. I have 3 wands, and she's got 3 of water, but behind mine, there is water. And so she's water sign and I'm fire sign. And we both pulled a 3 from the water sign and from the fire sign. So you just make this shit up. And so there is a lot of fire and water energy. I can tell you that. Like we just came through the shift from Pisces and into Aries. Well, we just have Mercury kind of leaving. I believe it is. I'm not an astrologer, but I believe it's like Mercury's just leaving that Pisces and Mercury's coming into Aries. And I think Chiron's kind of in that Mars energy or something, but it's in Aries. It's been in Aries for a long time. We've been going through hell and back since 2018. If we're Aries, we have been upside down and turned inside out and raw. Chiron is that warrior of that unhealed healer. It is the force that forces us to go through the healing we need to go through. The water brings up the sense of our emotions, and it's like brings in the chalice, the cup. And so we do have a lot of that energy that's coming up for us as well. So you may find yourself out of balance sometimes, or not being able to sync within your own energy. So there is a big shift happening. And we have the new moon, which is happening on my birthday, on April Fool's Day. And so with this new moon, it's like new beginning. So there is a lot of old energy that's trying to wash away. But if you let your emotions get over involved or caught up in it, is that, as I always said, your tomorrows will look just like your yesterdays. This is about being willing to let things go, let things die, and just surrendering that over. So that's very big for us right now. Michelle, add on to that.
Yeah, I feel that too, especially that old energy, leaving the old energy of we were so very much stuck by ourselves, like not only because we wanted to be, but because we were forced to be too. And the 3 of water is celebration, family, and friendships. And it's time to get back to that. We got to get back into the love and the being around each other and caring for each other again. And today am very cold, which is weird because I've been very hot lately, like starting to think premenopausal stuff, but I've been dying at work. Like I've been in flip-flops now for a few days because it's just too hot for me. I've just been on fire, but that could totally be with the going into Aries, the fire sign. But today, I don't know, I'm cold. I feel it's very something shallow almost, but we're not going to go into the lower. We're going to stay up into the higher, and we're going to get back to our friendships and community and being together and sharing with one another again.
stay high, stay high, stay high. And so, right, stay high, stay high, stay high. And so, yeah. And so if you missed it, I was talking about the prediction that I did on Monday in my live. And I mean, I do lots of predictions, but I could feel the wind. Like I could feel the storm coming. As soon as I started recording, I'm like, wind, wind, wind. I hear like it's a tornado and it's going to hit like Texas area somewhere. Like I can see, it feels like Texas. And it was like 3:44 in the a.m. when my friend shared the next day. She's like, holy shit, this tornado hit. And I'm like, yeah, I could hear it coming. I can feel the weather. I can feel the change. I can, there's such a, weather gives us such a truth to what else is happening around us. And this 3 is always that mind, body, soul connection. And right now we do have to be very mindful and very aware that, we are in a very fragile time within the world. And I can tell you, I have some very strong predictions about what's unfolding in the world and how this is going to unfold. We are not out of the woods. We have a lot of people who are they are madmen in this world. And so a lot of that madman energy, Michelle and I both have a lot of drawings and predictions that came of war way before this whole pandemic stuff hit. The first thing I seen was, I'm like, there's going to be something shutting us down for a couple of years. And I said, there's something coming, but that's not the worst of it. And I'm like, there's war. And I was drawing these dead bodies. And then it was just that unfolding. And I'm like, Archangel Michael landed. So you can stay focused on what's mad in the world, or you can bring awareness into how can we be the beautiful light? How can we be an inspiration? How can we be help? And so it's about bringing our awareness because if I had to get caught in that energy, I'd be sunk down. But I'm like, no, I'm climbing up that mountain. I'm going to get up and out of that swamp and up and out of that energy, because where can I be of service? So where can we be of service? It is to get high within, ourselves, to connect to our higher selves, not to letting our emotions run the show. Right. And so not that emotions are bad. Emotions have a really good purpose and they serve us well. And it's like, but the being tied to a fear story and being tied to fear really truly is something that we have to really look at. Yeah. Okay. So hello, everybody. Chandra, Lindsay, Yahoo Duo, Roberta. And so, yes, Michelle has her own page. Yes, she does. And so you can share that do you want to share that in the link there as well, Michelle?
How do I do that?
Go copy and paste your page on your phone.
Okay. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
And then just share it over. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then we're going to choose somebody. Stacy, our trip was just what we needed to just be with each other, celebrating. Right. And it's like, yeah. And so it's such a, yeah, even though it hurts some days. Yes, exactly. Right. It's like you're still doing what needs to be done. Lindsay's doing it. Angelic realm healing.
Oh, thanks.
Thanks, Lindsay. Okay. Welcome, everybody. So now we are on YouTube and Facebook right now at the same time. So if you're on YouTube and you're wondering who we're talking to and you can't see all these people, they're on Facebook. And if you're on Facebook and you're seeing us talk to people and you're like, I don't see that name anywhere, it's going to be somebody on YouTube. So we see both at the same time. Yeah. And so if you are asking for a card and there's something specific you're searching for or that you want us to kind of look at, and please put it in the comment section. Oh, Michelle just went like,
what did I do?
You went staticky for a moment.
Oh, weird.
Hello, Lisa Star Francis.
Hello, everyone.
Okay. My mic is all wonky dunky. And
your camera and your mic.
We were like 10 minutes trying to get me in here. We had Google had me locked out. Okay. So Ashley would like a card Monique Davis is asking about relationships. So I think we're going to start with. I feel the need to start with Ashley. So then we'll go Ashley and then we'll go Monique.
Okay.
So we're starting with Ashley. Ashley Armella. Let's go there. Whoo, look at it.
I know, just
We're just lighting up, guys. We're just lighting up. Okay. So Ashley. Oh, Jeanette. My heart still hurts for you. Ashley. Interesting. So I have a bit of a story happening here for you, Ashley, and I don't know what I'm getting. I don't know. When you hear me say I don't know, don't mean I don't know. It means I'm asking I'm asking the guides. I don't know. So and you're going to hear the dog snoring behind me. So Ashley, I have the 6 of Swords coming up, the 6 of Wands. Sorry, 6 of Wands, not 6 of Swords. I don't know where the 6 of Swords just came in. So I don't know how, what I'm picking up is I have in the very middle of this, I have Judgment, but behind it, I have this cross. And this almost looks like to me like what I'm picking up with this is the essence of, I know that it comes in like the sense of an urgency is what I'm picking up. So something that feels like it's an urgency that I'm getting. And I'm like, Ashley, what are you got going on that feels like it is some sort of urgency within your life? And with that, then I did put up like you're beyond the battles, like whatever has been like the biggest battle in your life or whatever was challenging, it's almost like you're existing still in it. Like you're not able to fully let yourself be free of it. And you're so judgmental of even your own self. And so there is like this stacking. I just feel like everything is stacking up, or it feels like it's stacking up sometimes. Like you've put so much pressure on yourself and you kind of got something that feels very unresolved. Or it feels like it's unresolved to you, like you didn't get the answers, or you're not getting like the outcome that you think you wanted or what you needed. But you're also being told that, this is a time of transformation. I got roses and flowers, and I can see the blossoming, and I can smell these flowers, and they're very like distinctive smell, like they smell like wild roses, or like not like a sweet smell. It's like a wild rosy type of smell. And it's like, yeah, like the wild roses. And so with it, then I also got that one. So I got all of these ravens, all these crows that are down here, but the one crow is up here. See, rise above. And so, yes, and a few things. Yeah, okay. And I'm like, something is just saying, you know what? It's not what you think it is, or it's not the way that you think it is. Like you are very so caught in, but it's like this squawking noise. So behind the mountains, there is like this burning flame fire that we're seeing. And it's like something is behind you, but you're living as if it is still present. And it's time for you to free yourself of that, to let that go, to like, woof, like it's like I want to reach into your heart and just go woof, like it's like push it out, like and it just like free you of this, because it is an obstacle. It is either blocking, it is either holding, and it's like pushing you back. And I'm like, we don't want to push you back any, like I just want to like you've been pushing yourself back or not allowing something to happen in your life. And with it comes there's 3 purpley roses. And then down in the corner, there's 1 white. And then there's also the sunflower. And I'm like, it just feels like something that's pecking like at you, transforming, but you don't realize you're not really down here. You're, you're not in the, so a flock of crows is called a murder. right? That's a flock of crows is like called a murder. And it's like, it's almost like you're letting somebody else's energy, you're letting somebody else's energy exist as if it is your own, and you don't know the difference because you still take on everyone's energy, and you cannot decipher between what is yours and what belongs to somebody else, Ashley. And you really truly have to start asking, is this mine? Does this belong to anyone else? Or does this belong to somebody else? Clear, 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 because it is so existing in you that you're unable to move up, right? Or move forward. It's like, almost like, feels like it's like if you could push the walls out. And I'm like, we just want to be able to push these walls out. And I feel like it's like in motion now, and something is happening for this to happen. But it's like all the good is blended into the negative. Like all emotions are mixed together. It's like this cesspool. So there's like open and expanding that out for you. Yeah. And so this is time for you to start acknowledging that, working through that. And there is this healing that's happening. I'm just like those flowers that are blossoming. I'm like, you are so surrounded by such divine spirit. And I'm like, I just want to walk over and put my lipstick on, Ashley. I'm like, I'm like, I got this woman, and her hands are flailing, and she's like, I told you before not to let anybody bother you. Like, what are you doing? And why don't you just like, it's like, that's, and it's like, and it's just like, she's just like, Ashley, how many times we had to tell you this? And it's like, she's putting her lipstick on, like, I don't care what anyone else thinks. I live my life for me. And that's exactly what she just did. And she's like, so just get out and be you. And yeah. And she's tied right around those roses, by the way, just to let you know. So trust that. Grandma. Okay. Right. There
that
we
was
go.
my first thought, her grandma.
Okay. So grandma is there. Michelle, did you have anything to add to that?
I do. Oh man, it's just so cool how this stuff collides together. Before I came in, before I even connected with Corrie, I guess in the background before we came live, I wrote down succulents. And so I didn't, and of course you don't know where that's going to go. But to go back onto the picking up the energy and stuff like that, I pulled out the card High Priestess of Air. So air is very much about your intellect. So you're very too much in your head right now, and you're not listening to your heart right now. And so whatever I feel like there's an obstacle. The obstacle is that's holding you back. It's you have to not listen to it up here. You have to listen to it here. And then I also pulled the card Risk. And she's very much leading with her heart, going out into the air. She's doing that divine heart connection. So start listening to your heart and take that risk and do what you have to do, and stop letting that energy pull you back. Like Corrie said, clear, brush it off, get rid of it, bathe it, shower it away, and just return back to Ashley. That's what I'm hearing and feeling.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And thank you, Karen. And hello, Tyler. And everyone else that's in here. Hello, Beth. I'm like trying to see people who's been joining in since. And Mary and Diane. Okay. So we have a long list here. And so I said Monique would be next, right?
Yeah.
So yeah. So Monique Davis is next. And so I'm going to let Michelle choose first. I know you're asking about relationship, but I'm not getting relationship for you. So I went to Mother Mary oracles for you, Monique. So I'm going to let Michelle see what she's got for you.
I wrote down again before we came in, shackles. And I feel like this is very much tied to you. I feel like you're putting yourself in shackles and chaining yourself so that you can't move forward. Not necessarily a relationship with somebody else, but I feel like it's a relationship with yourself, is what I'm gathering. Time to remove the shackles.
Time to remove the shackles.
9 of Earth. So 9 of Earth is contentment, luxury, and independence. And this is all about being with yourself, independence on you. You're feeling like you need somebody to help you carry you through this life, but I feel like you don't. You want that, and that's okay. But you have to really realize that this life is about being with you, because you are always with yourself every day. You're the only person that you see every single day. And that you have to learn to be content with that. And with that contentment comes a luxury. It's to be able to be free and to be by yourself is a huge luxury. I think a relationship, and maybe you are in a relationship, and I'm not saying cut your relationship loose, but in order to make any other relationship better, it's going to have to start with you.
And she says, that's powerful. I have a deck, the shackles keeps coming up.
Oh, yeah. Interesting.
Yeah. And the shackles are, and that's why I had to go to Mother Mary. So I went to the Mother Mary Oracle. And as soon as you asked about relationship, I'm like, it's not about anyone else, my dear friend. It is not about anyone else. And it's like, you are not here right at this time. The relationship is the coming into the relationship to the oneness. There is so much that has imprisoned. There's so much of your own, like almost like your own crucifixion, like you crucify yourself or judge yourself in a lot of heaviness. And it's like the healthiest of relationship that you first have to build is the relationship with you. And so it is Our Lady of Growth reassured. And so she's reassured, and it's got the little piece, and it's got the beautiful yellow roses. And see, she's holding that essence of the child that within, and that child within is that within us. So there's a lot of inner child healing, and I'm sure you've probably done a lot of inner child healing, but it's a lot of inner child healing that truly moves. And I'm going to put this in a divine way. It's a lot of inner child healing that's not to be done through the ancestral patterns of the past, not through trying to do old tradition healing. It is about doing healing with letting spirit work for you, letting divine presence, divine guidance work through that energy, and not human energy, or not previous here energy. It's like every time you dive deep into thinking that you have to explore or travel back and look at the past, all you're doing is you're reenacting and revisiting and reopening wounds that you don't need to open again. And you're being told that your growth and the reassured growth is in allowing divine spirit to take you to the place of feeling the, I'm going to say, ecstasy of your own relationship, and seeing the beauty within and the joy within of what is possible if you truly are your truest self. And when I'm getting this, I'm like, my whole, like, I just get this overwhelming, like, and I can feel the presence of, and I know this is Divine Mother, and I'm teaching Divine Mother tomorrow morning. And it's like, I know this is Divine Mother Mary. I know the presence of when she comes in. It's like, I want to break out into light language. Like, I just want to start speaking this language that most here might run if I start speaking it in public that much. But you hear it in my meditations. You'll hear me sing it. And so, but there's this turquoisey energy that's coming in. And I know this is coming from rising above your 7 major chakra, like the 7 major energy centers within your body, and working from the higher chakras, like getting into the 8th chakra, getting into that place of where no human contamination can be. It is only the existence of spirit is where we step into that divine presence and to be present in that divine essence from that place. And then it was the Lady of Starting Over. And so starting over is that rebirth, that new beginning, that where do we go from here? And working from that place, and turquoise been shown, and of course in our culture, in our indigenous culture, turquoise in stone is huge for us. It is such a connection for us, and it's such a big stone for us to be wearing, to carry, to, you know, to know our worth, to know that value of us. And so this starting over, and here it's like that flaming heart. When your desires are built on your human wants, you'll always be sinking into the depths of expectations and the past, like old emotional experiences and moments. When your desires become divine desires, is that you desire to aspire to something greater than. So you're greater than the previous healings. You're greater than all of that. And this is about being able to shift and move you forward. So I'm going to say this. There is something divine. There is a divine intervention that is happening in this experience and in this moment, that is right here, right now, that is bringing forth a major shift and a healing. And I'm telling you, love, where light goes, love will grow, blossoming, opening to new experiences. So there will be something beautiful, but the first relationship has to be the one with you, because then it brings you either back into alignment to the essence of what and who aligns to your soul and brings you into that truth. But it's time now. So I hope that helps you in some way.
Can I add to that?
Yeah.
So I pulled one of Corrie Thorne's cards.
One of my cards.
And it's unassuming Amira. You have to stop assuming that you have to be something because somebody is telling you to be it. Just be you and do what comes naturally and let that flow. Yeah, that's all.
Yeah, that's all. Just nothing major, just a little message for you.
Oh man. Funny.
Yeah, this is our last minute, just like, oh, let's just go throw a shirt on and let's just come in and do a live.
Well, I'm in my hoodie because it's cold down here.
And this is and Reed, of course. Reed is just going to be here. I'm like, the man. Look at me calling him a man. See, Stacy, he's a man. We're not allowed to call him a kid. He's a man.
He's a man. Yeah.
He's a man, Stacy. He's a man. He's here with us. I'm crying. I'm so grateful for this. I appreciate you both so much. Thank you. Oh, you are so welcome. So welcome.
Hi, Renita.
Okay.
I'm on to Leanne.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, I'm going to say, who are you called? Who are you feeling?
Where did she go? She was way up here. Is it Baror?
Leanne?
Yeah, she was way up. She goes, I would like a card, please, torn between a lot of things, not sure what direction to take.
Okay, Leanne. Okay, I see.
You see her?
Baror? Leanne Baror.
Hopefully
Sorry for not getting it right, but you know who you are.
We're both really bad at saying names.
You never know. We had to live by an appointment book and names.
That's right. And hopefully they were spelt right.
Right. She's here.
Okay. So I am hearing that there is so much symbolism guiding you right now, and that you need to, this is going to kind of be a little bit harsh. You need to open your fucking eyes. Because it's out there, and your guides and your angels are throwing so many signs of the path that you need to be following, and that you need to open your eyes and take a peek, because wherever it is you are going and you're unsure of, they are showing you how. And it's all going to be very new. This is a major life card. This is a major arcana. So renewal is new things, reflection, self-evaluation, rebirth. So the path that you are taking is going to lead you to much newer and better things. And I feel like there's something that's really tough right now, and that's it's kind of stalling you, and that it's like a wall, but you're going to get over that wall. And that everything on the other side of that wall is going to be okay, and that you're going to be okay. And then I also pulled 7 of Fire. So challenge, determination, and resistance. So the wall is your challenge. but you're also kind of putting that wall up yourself and slowing your path to the rebirth of where you're going. So it's time to start pulling those bricks away. You can pull them 1 by 1, you can pull them by 2 by 2 or 5 by 5, right? Pull them down. It's time to start taking them down. Because whatever that challenge is, once you get to the other side, you're going to see that it wasn't as bad as you thought it was. And that, yeah, life is going to be better on the other side of the wall. So let's try to take that hurdle and jump over it.
Okay, Leanne, I got 2 people coming in, and I'm like, one is like, she feels like she's youthful, she's young, she loved to party, she loved to like get out and have fun. And the other one's a man who says, just get the fuck over it. He feels like very father figure to me. He's like, I'm like getting the 3 of Swords, and it's like upside down. It's like, it's already over. It's like, whatever this, that you are the third person. You're like, you're kind of like the one who keeps cheating on yourself somehow. You keep cheating on yourself, and you keep cheating yourself out of something.
Yes.
And you keep cheating yourself out of joy, out of like some sort of like reward of like this beautiful life that's waiting for you. And it's like, it's like, if I could just shake this out of your energy. And it then comes with the Empress, and it's like, she's just like, she's looking at this, and I'm like, this is almost like a pendulum to me. It's like, she's just like flowing. But whoever these 2 people are, they're like, one is on one side of you, the other one's on the other side of you. And they're like, just like swinging her out here. Like, there's just so much that's just happening. Like, it's like this father figure. So whether he's grandfather, whether he's like an uncle or someone who was just like friend of the family, he's like, just like, I'm going to call him like Uncle freaking George. Like, I don't know what his name, but that's what he feels like. He's, you know, that person that just like barges the door open and just comes on in and just says, what the fuck are you doing? And why are you doing this? And why are you not listening? And why do you treat yourself that way? And why can't you see how beautiful you are? And why, and why, and why, and why? And that's what it's like. He just came in, he barged the door open, and he comes flying in. And over here on this side, I got this woman who's over there, like doing her little, like in her own little, she's high energy. She's full of life. And these are spirit energies of people who existed in your life, and they were in your life. And they're people who were not afraid to speak up. They're not afraid to be themselves. They're not afraid to like say what needs to be said. And they're not afraid to go against the grain. And it's like, and so, you know, she may have been somebody who went to the bars before women were allowed in bars. You know what I mean? Like, before that was acceptable. But it's like, she was going, and she was going to be there. That's kind of what she feels like to me. And so these are very, very vocal spirits within your life. And it also comes up then with the Queen of Pentacles. And this is your material world and the existence of, see this peacock back here? Why isn't the peacock's feathers up high? Why isn't the feathers up high? Why are you not putting your head up high? The world is in your hands. Like, you're holding this world. And I mean, me and my cards are always have to go with channel. They can't go by the book. So it's like, but this is I don't do nothing by the book. And so then we have Mercy. And so to say, I only pull this deck of cards. This deck of tarot comes out when there's an ass kicking. They're called ass kicking. This is what, you can have many decks, but this is the ass kicking deck. I've even so much as soaked these and had to, and they were like this big, and I had to try to flatten them. Like, I couldn't even get rid of them. And so Mercy is the card that comes up from the angels. So to soften this down, to bring it back in for you now, to take it back from the spirit and to give it to the angels for you, is that to develop the quality of mercy. Forgive yourself and everyone around you. There is some deep-seated forgiveness that goes all the way back, that ties into this card, into the 3 of Swords card, if it was in the upright, but it's not in the upright anymore. But the blue shows me that there is like some sort of like, you either didn't speak up when you should have, or something that you wish you had, shoulda, coulda, wouldas. And so forgiveness don't mean forgetting, and forgiveness don't mean you have to vocally say, I forgive. Forgive yourself for thinking that you had to torture yourself or to accept that what is wrong with me? Why am I the problem? And why do I shrink back? And so this is not about you shrinking back anymore. And so, this being able to see this, that you can see the good in others and give them the benefit of the doubt. Like sometimes you got to see that there's still good in people. The version of the people we once knew are not the version of the people they may be today. But it doesn't mean you open your door and says, come on back in. I'm going to let you all back into my world. I'm going to let you all back into my life. It says that you're going to use discernment. You're going to really, truly think about this, because you're going to show yourself mercy of where you lost the ability to be able to trust yourself, to trust your intuition, to be able to, really truly regulate the sense of where that attitude sometimes comes from, and to bring it into awareness of, what seeps out is what we suppress. Even when we think we're hiding things or we think we got it under control, if it's not dealt with, the unhealed seeps out as attitude. And so showing yourself mercy for those areas, and for the areas where you have deprived yourself of joy and happiness within your life, or that sense of denying yourself of the life that is waiting for you. And so I am merciful is one of the cards. And so choosing this card means that the angels of mercy are offering you release from your pain and difficulties, accept graciously. So there's a lot of love around you. These are hilarious people that you have with you. And so the angels of mercy are just like, they're like it's like the guardians. They're like lifting you up and just saying, look down, become a witness to to how you treat yourself, and show yourself mercy, because that's how grace starts to flow through us. So I hope that resonates for you, Leanne.
All right, who's next?
Who do we have next? I'm like looking at it. Hello, everyone else who's joining in. Ronita's like, I've had that deck for sure. yes, I'm sure, Ronita, you've had this deck a few times in your sessions. You've had many kick your ass sessions with me.
Sometimes we just need that.
Sometimes we just need that. Okay. Pat, is it Cons? Will I find a house soon? It answered your questions. Good. Glad we answered those questions. Okay. Will you find the house soon? Pat, will you find the house soon? Yes. I just got this. Yes, you will. You kind of have a little bit of a resistance to finding a house.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm like, you're like a little bit of a block between you and finding a house. So it's not about you finding a house, it's about removing the block to find the house. And that's what we focus on.
I wrote down delinquent. Being very delinquent in your own life. Yeah. Sorry, I cut you off.
Yeah. And so, no, go ahead. And so did you pull a card on it?
I got two. I got Queen of Fire. I got intelligent, exuberant, and determined. So there's no reason for you to be delinquent in your own life, because you are so many of these things. Crown on your chest. You got this. The Queen is very powerful. She's very intuitive always. And fire. Fire is about passion, your passion and like careers, that kind of stuff. And then I got, again, another major arcana, which is the Empress, and it is creation, abundance, and action. So you will find a house, and like Corrie said, you stop blocking yourself and now take action, and let's go. It's time. It's go time.
Yeah. So it's like we physically have to pick this up and go. So move yourself out of your own way. So move the self that has that fear sense of the ego, that like shadowing over you, and say, I know I'm finding my house. My house is right there. See yourself already living in the house. See yourself already in the house, because the house is there. Empress. And my Empress came out reversed, just to say. And so you are the block. It's like the abundance, that beautiful life. And the Empress knows that what she's getting. The Empress knows what she's going for. The Empress don't ever sit back and go, oh, I wonder. The Empress is like, this is happening. I'm having this. This is the way it's going to be. And that's it. And that's how the Empress energy comes in. And so, she's got such a knowing and such a trust. Like, she's been through all cycles. She knows that failure or that endings are not really endings. She knows failure is just like something else completed. And she just knows that there's always a new beginning. And so there's no really holding her back. So you got her, and you got the Queen of Pentacles. And it's like, there's just so much that's waiting for you. It's like something had to be healed before you could move forward. And this is it. And it's like, because then you end up in another house you're not going to like, and they don't want you in another house you don't want to like. And so it's like, so then I have the Four of Wands, and I just feel like it's like, this is transformation, but it's also like the coming together of beautiful things. And that's what I'm getting. It's just like, there's beautiful things that are trying to come in. Do you get in the circle of the beautiful things and not out there? And so, yeah, moving you aside. It's like moving that ego aside, moving the fear aside, and getting out of your own way. And there will be the house. See yourself in it. You're already there. If you want to be there.
It's going to be beautiful. Very beautiful.
Yeah, it's going to be very beautiful. It feels like there's like this tree or something in the front, like something stands out in the front, whether it's a tree or like a beautiful flower beds or something like, but there's something that just goes, it catches your eye. Like, that's what it feels like to me.
And I hear so much love and laughter, and I hear lots of children running around.
Yeah. It feels like
running around.
It feels very full, right? It's like, it's full of love. Like, I'm like, it's just there. It's just there.
It's going to be where everybody gathers.
Yeah. Okay. Did you have someone else you were picking up?
Oh yeah. You know me, I like to pick a name that I can't read. Where did she go? Where was it? Hold tight.
You're welcome, Pat.
I can't see her now. Oh, weird.
What was her name? I
don't remember, but I know. Oh, there it is. Debbie McElhenney. That's the name I'm getting.
How far
out? Quite a bit. Quite a bit. Debbie It's McElhinney.
Okay, are you still here, Debbie?
See if she's still here.
And please feel free to share these videos out.
Yes. Hi, Loretta. Welcome.
Okay, I'm not seeing her show up. Oh, hello, Loretta. I seen a comment earlier from you too. You love the positive energy and stuff. So thank you for being here. Welcome for your first time.
Okay, Corrie, your turn. I don't think she's here.
Okay, I got Shauna Cardinal. Shauna Cardinal, are you still here? I don't know why. I just like felt that call to Shauna Cardinal if she's still here. Yes, her purple hair. She's a hairstylist. If you're anywhere in the Leduc area, she works in Leduc at Evolution
Salon. Yeah.
Yeah. At Evolution.
All right.
We worked together for many, many years.
While Corrie was doing her hocus pocus.
No, I'm glad Mother Mary helped you. Okay. Neither one of them are here. So Karen, who's I'm still here. You were on my radar, so we are going to choose you. Karen McInerney. Is it McInerney? Best hair salon in Leduc. Look at Edie.
Edie. Edie comes, yeah.
It is an amazing hair salon. She's worth traveling to.
Oh, thanks, Wendy.
Okay, so Karen. We're going to start there.
Okay.
You can go.
Oh.
Karen, did you have a question? I didn't know if you had a question up earlier. Is what I was searching for.
Oh, bye, Lisa.
Hi, Lisa. Love you. I was asking. Oh, friend surgery. Okay, so we can only, like, your friend, we can get as much as your friend's spirit will let us in. We let you have a question, but we never know if that's what's actually coming for you. When you're chosen, when you are chosen, you never know what's coming. Oh, thank you, Kristen.
I have do you do some type of healing? Are you kind of into it? Because I have you're summoning the healing for your friend. And maybe that's because you're asking the question for your friend. But I kind of almost feel like healing is going through your friend too. You're summoning it through you, passing it to her. You have the energy going through you as well. And that there's a grove, something about a grove. Like, did you guys used to go to a grove or hang out in a grove? Maybe. I have grove. Is this a place that you guys hang out, or like a place where you guys go and it's just the two of you and you can just be together and it's right, it's peaceful, that kind of stuff? Maybe that's all I'm getting right now.
Okay, so I'm getting some heart flutters. I was a nurse. Okay. I'm like, she's definitely a healer. She can say what you want, but she's a healer. She definitely has that ability, and I'm picking that up around her. I'm getting some heart flutters. I don't know if that's like something to do with going under or having surgery. So I'm like, I am picking up like this flutters. Like I'm like, it could be a shift in heartbeat or change. But I also did get the Emperor card that came out for me. And the Emperor represents, of course, in that Aries energy. We are in Aries season. So I don't know if you have the Aries energy around you or through you, but there's like passion, burning, the first of zodiac. This is actually the zodiac new year. Aries is the first of the new zodiac season as we get ready. So I just feel like it's like an opportunity. And I just feel like it's like setting some new intentions, some new beginnings. I do have the sun. I feel like the sun is rising for your friend, or the sun is like shining up on your friend. I do have also, I keep seeing like my hand go to like the, she's had heart surgery before. Okay, thank you. Because I'm like, I keep just getting that heart, and I'm just like the heart. And then I also keep going to the stomach. Like I have a hand on my stomach, and I'm like, so it's like, and that comes in after the heart. And I'm like, so I just feel like if the heart was the concern of whether or not the heart would be the issue, I feel like the heart is like taking care of itself here. I do have that sense of looking towards the future, like seeing the future, seeing herself in the future. And but when I jokingly said, you know, it may be something more about you than it is about her. There is some honesty with self for you. You put your focus into everyone else. You go to everyone else first, Karen, and you become the one on the back burner. And as Michelle knows, I am the queen of pulling people up and out. And it's like, that's my call, is to be able to see I see the truth of us. I see beyond the reflection of what we present to the world. So what you present to the world is not what I see. I see beyond that, and I see that sense of truth. So that ability for you to put yourself on the back burner, to bring yourself into that place of like, I'll just wait, or when it's time for me, I'm right. And I'm like, yeah. And so it's like they are like shining a light up on you, and they are saying, now, your friend is in our hands. Leave your friends to us. Your friend is in the hands of God. Your friend is just there. And keep getting friends. I feel like every friend in the world is before you. Everybody's before you. And the honesty is that there is that sense of, you have to bring yourself into the light. Now it's like, I'm pulling you up, like, come on, Karen, come in here, get up here. And so bringing that forth, and asking for that sense of, how do I, hold on, I'm asking the question, who am I being today? Who am I being today? Am I being the martyr? Am I being the fixer? Am I being the pleaser? Or am I truly being Karen today? Am I being the Karen that I need to be today? Because there's some kick-ass that got to come into play for you to kind of bring yourself forward. It's like, it takes discipline. Becoming that, you've been that warrior, you've been through a lot. And so the chaos and storms are leaving. I feel like you've had a lot of chaos around you and a lot of struggles around you. And it's like, just like the tornado I channeled through on Monday, the same thing. And it's like, this is just saying, and this is a 9 power 3s, like multiplied. And so it's like 3 up above, 3 below, 3 in the middle, 3 below, 3 up above, that type of thing. It's like, you've been through this phase of you, you've been through this phase of you, and now you're in this phase of you. So you're at a phase in life where it is time for you to make yourself that priority. And so this warrior energy, I feel like you fought really hard for somebody for a long time. I don't know if it feels masculine to me. I feel like you've had to, like, you fought hard to make sure somebody else was given the best, seen the best, like, fought hard. And it's a masculine energy, and it is coming through as the warrior card. But I'm just like, there's something that is just saying, Karen, like, you've really fought for everyone else, and it's time to fight for you. And I don't mean fight in a bad way. I mean, like, really truly being there. And so get laser focused. See, she's got her bow and arrow, the fire, that emperor that came in the beginning, that Aries fiery energy is saying it's time to focus on you, get into you, and just trust that there's something that's like saying, come on, come forward. So there is you stepping forward. Yeah. I hope that helps you in some way, Karen. And thank you.
Did you pull your third deck too?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Well, I have 4 now because I took it Mother Mary cards, right? I actually think I got 5 on the go because I got the Crow, and then I got the Kick-Ass, and I got the Angels, and there's Mother Mary, and there's the Wisdom of Night. And then there's my own cards, which I haven't even used. So just so everyone knows, my cards don't look like this anymore. My cards are now complete. The card itself is complete. Finishing up the last few of the cards. My second book is coming out soon. Yeah. So Jeanette, I want to answer Jeanette for a moment here before we go forward with one. We're going to do one more. I would like to know who to specifically pray to help me. Beautiful question. And I really want to acknowledge this because I do write prayers. In my school, I offer up the power of prayers. And so learning to pray is not to pray in desperation. Prayer is for asking, meditations for listening. So it means that you need to create a practice that is of both. When we pray out of desperation, it means that we're not praying from a place of faith. So when I write prayers, when I'm writing my prayers, and I write a lot of prayers, is God, I ask of you to bring me into a deeper understanding. We don't ask, there's a lot of things that when we ask it with such a way of why did this happen, or why is this happening in my life, is help me understand, or I pray in this way. I know, God, that life in this human world happens in human time, or what feels like human time. But I'm also very aware of your divine presence. And I'm very aware that you can do what I cannot. I release and give to you my worries, and I set myself free of the suffering that I am placing myself in. I help me understand, or give me the strength to learn how to move beyond. And that's the way that I step into those prayers. And then I go into meditation. And meditation is just total silence. And you don't try to shut your mind down. You don't try to do anything, because we get the guidance and the wisdom that helps us move forward. And then we start to see that there's areas and places in our lives when God has sent us messengers. And whatever God means to you, source, creator, you can pray. You can pray to the divine mother energy. You can pray to that presence of divine consciousness. It all connects into consciousness. It connects into the wisdom that is not tampered by the human knowledge. So we all know, where we've been, but this helps us to be able to bring in, the practice of making a commitment to sitting with self and allowing ourselves to be present in that divine energy. And journaling is huge, and letting channel right through after you finish your prayers is such a beautiful thing. Now, I have hundreds of prayers, but if you go into the school, there is what's called the power of prayers, and it's 7 weeks. You repeat the same prayer for 7 weeks, and then for 7 days, sorry, and then you move into the next one, and you do it for 7 weeks. And then when you're done, you actually start writing your own prayer. And, and prayers are such a beautiful way to actually connect to the essence of your own soul, but it also brings you into the presence of your divine loved ones. It really does, because it's in you, mercy, showing yourself mercy is the beginning of allowing grace to bring you into a place of love. Because the pain will be real forever. The pain will always be present, but that sense of that suffering of holding and carrying the worries and the what ifs, I can't control that. But God, I don't know how to fix it. I don't know how to move forward, but you do. As I sleep, guide me through. As I sleep, show me the way. Give me my sign. I ask for you to show me, guide me, light me up, encourage me, inspire me, return me into my sense of my virtuous self. And I hope in some way that helps you.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. And so, create the prayer journal. Yeah. And it's a beautiful journey once you start to do it.
That is one class I have not taken, and I do need to take.
Oh, you haven't done that one. Oh, I highly recommend the power of prayers. I would never thought 20 years ago, when somebody said I would be teaching the things I do, or that I would speak publicly about my channeling of Jesus. And Jesus was a healer who walked on earth. And I've had Jesus as a spirit guide since I was like 3 years old. And I've walked with that Jesus energy and all versions of Jesus. There's 4 versions of Jesus that I have. And I've walked with that for many a year. So I don't deny anything of who I am anymore. I don't hide or suppress that. I live vulnerable and real. And that's, and you have to live that to be your truth. So you're very welcome. So we're going to choose one more. Yes, Felicia. Yes. It's not cancerous. Yay. Thank God.
That's awesome.
We were surrounding that in beautiful light. Okay. One more. Mel Hellcrow. I just heard it's Mel. It's Mel Hellcrow. Mel Hellcrow, it is you. You have to be chosen to.
your turn.
My turn?
No, Mel's turn.
Oh, Mel's turn. I'm like, oh. I
Oh,
just like,
Debbie's back. She missed it.
okay, we can still do Debbie. Debbie, we called you earlier. You were gone, but we'll bring you back in after. We're going to do Mel first, and then we'll finish up with Debbie. You came in right in time because we were just, haha. Okay, Mel. Instantly, I just got this need to sit back in my chair and kind of slouch back and like sit back. And I was like, my legs want like I'm sitting like a man. I'm just like, and just kind of laid back and chilled and just like, you know, this is just how it is. This is just how it had to be. This is just like, and that's exactly like I'm just like he's like, and it's he. And he's just telling me like his hands are like slouched over and my hands are like big. It's like I all of a sudden got these big hands. They're hanging off the chair. My legs are open. I got these big feet. I'm wearing like work boots or cowboy boots or something on my feet. And I'm like, where am I? And who am I? It's like physically this man, this gentleman has like stepped into my body. I'm like, I'm him. And all of a sudden I am him. And he just like, I'm here with you. I'm always, and he sways his head like somehow. And he got this movement to his head and he's moving like this. And he just says, you know, I'm okay. Everything is okay. Everything is going to be okay. And I'm here with you. And just like, know that I'm here with you. There's like all kinds of my people over here. Like there's, I'm not here alone. Like there's just like, and it's like, and he said, I don't know what's with like some sort of like old pond or some sort of like swampy waters they used to like go to or be around or hunt in or something. I'm like, what is with this? And why are we here when we could be? It's like, and so there's just this almost like, I don't know if they used to like do some bush camping or something somewhere along the line, but there's like a few of them over there. And he's got these real facial expressions. And so he just wants you to really know, and he's very close, very, very close to you. This making sense to you, Mel? You're laughing, so you obviously know what I'm talking about. And I'm like, Mel, like, I'm like, and he's just like, it's okay. It's okay. I'm okay over here. All is fine. All is fine. And it's like, and I got good people and I got all kinds of good people. And it's just okay over here. And then there's somebody that's kind of behind him that smells like, fuck, he's stinky. And I'm like, he stinks. Yeah, like old stale cigarette smoke or something, right? Like, or weed or something. Like, I'm like, that. And I'm like, I'm getting this like, or cigar, like it's gross. I'm like, it's like disgusting. And I'm like, bleh, it's like, it stinks. And so there's two of them definitely there. And he's like, yeah. And so there's just this like smelly smell coming from there. But he's like, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah. Yeah, for sure it is. Yeah, I'm like, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. We got it. We got it all under control. He says, it's okay. And it's like, and then it's like, so he's just like, just know I got this. Like, we're all okay over here. We're all good. Stinky feet. Okay. I'm like, what the fuck is the smell? I'm like, it stinks. And I'm like, but it's stale. And I'm like, oh my God. Like my nose is like, and I'm like, it is disgusting. Disgusting. And I'm like, it's like, ugh. And so, yeah. And I'm like, and he's just like validating this for you. And so just like, good night, Loretta. And who Monique, I think said had to leave. And I'm like, it's just like, he's just validating this for you. We're all okay over here. I'm fine over here. No, I'm with you. And he says, oh, you will see me again. Obviously, I'm right here. You will see me more. I'm always around. And just like kind of giving you like that big hug. And it just says, I know your heart is hurting. I know your heart is hurting. I know there's hurt in your heart. I know it's there. Don't rush away from it. Don't rush away from it. You know what? Like let yourself be whatever you need to be, whatever day you need to be, and just be okay with that. But I'm here. I didn't even get a card. That's what I got for you.
I got some cards. But before we came in again too, I wrote down dark hair, dark tinted glasses. And I get like almost like because you were saying surrounded by people, I had gotten like a mob mentality, like don't mess with my family. You don't mess with my family or there's going to be hell to pay kind of thing. Like you're very surrounded and loved. What's that? Were you going to say something?
No, I'm just going to read her comment. She says, my brother Darcy must be validating that he is with their loved ones in spirit world. Yes. Yeah. Obviously, I'm like sitting back as a man with my legs like open, like, and I don't sit like that. I'm pretty girly.
I pulled 4 of air, meditation, recuperation, and contemplation. And I also wrote down, while this was going on, somewhere came in soft blonde, and they float when they walk. And you used to float when you walk. So something is making you be very heavy footed, but it's time to now come back into, bring yourself back down, bring yourself centered, calm down, relax a little bit, contemplate life a little bit more, and searching 8 of water. So emotions, searching empowerment and fulfillment. It's coming. Like fulfillment is coming. And there's just a little bit more work I'm feeling you need on yourself. Again, we're very much going inside, everybody. It feels like in this reading, hey, like a lot of self. Yeah. And relationships, emotions, and choices. So the lovers, there you go. This is not necessarily a relationship with somebody else. This is you going in, doing the meditation, the fulfillment, the emotions, empowerment coming into you, and that relationship with you, and just so much more self-love to you, and surrendering things. I'm hearing surrendering things.
Yeah. There you go, Mel. I hope that helps you in some way. And now Debbie.
Is she still here? Is she back? Did she come back? Did she pop out again? Because I didn't see her go, oh no.
Debbie,
are you here? I've been grounding and sending healing for me the last few days. Good.
Good, Mel. Good. Debbie, are you still here? Debbie, what was it?
McElhinney?
McElhinney? Sorry, Debbie. We're trying to get it right.
McElhinney?
Okay, are you still here, Debbie? Let's see.
We must have lost her again.
Okay, and so while we're waiting to see if she's here, I'm just going to give one last group one. Well, hello, loving energy recharge. Hello, amazing Lisa. So I don't see her. So I'm just going to pull for a general, and if she's still here, then I can bring her up, and if not, she keeps hiding away on us. Okay. The card that comes out for the group, for everybody, is love, as loving energy recharge just walks in with her love language and her human design. It's like, so the card that comes out is love. And this card really represents what we just spoke about. It's like that every one of these readings has truly been about going inward and stepping in and going into self and being present in that sense of our being in our own self. This was very spontaneous tonight when we did this. And this was trusting my heart. Like, I'm preparing tomorrow morning to teach my mystical realm class, Jesus, the Marys, and the Holy Realms that I'm teaching. And so, it's the second class. And so I'm like, is this information for tomorrow, or is this that I need to go live? And I gave myself time to sit with this, to really process, because before I would always just go, oh my God, I haven't been into a live in forever and I need to rush in there. And it's like, no, I don't operate from that place anymore. It's like, no, it doesn't, that's not how you show up. You show up when spirit says, when they fill your heart full of such a love for that, knowing that spirit is calling you to be in a specific place. And so Michelle had messaged me about a message she was about to post. And she's like, I was going to post this message. And I'm like, well, I was just thinking about going live. And so, from the heart, not from our human minds, did we come from this place of just trusting that this was the place for us to be. and knowing that also when it's time to say we're now done, and being, so that we don't let any ego come in. You don't lose, it's like, this is how much energy I have to give. And these are things that actually happen when you start to live from your heart, when you start to go inward and you make that relationship to your soul self, you start to recognize that you become that priority. My second book that is going to be coming out soon, and it has the most amazing cover ever, ever, ever. I don't care. I'm like, I've never seen a cover that looks like the cover on this book. Lisa's daughter, Amelia, the same one who designed my Oracle cards, she created the cover from a sketch that I sent Lisa, and Lisa and Amelia offered it as a gift for my birthday. And it's the most beautiful gift ever. And so I can't wait to share it. But the book is called My Truth of Existing Beyond the Reflection. Right? Yeah. And so that's the second book. And it really truly is that of when you look into the mirror and you're not seeing you're not seeing the you represent, that you present to the world. You're not seeing the mask you wear. You're not seeing the roles you have to play, that you see so deep that it's almost like everything goes black. And you just like, there's just a sense of, you have this compassion for yourself, and a tear falls. And so the book actually starts with a line that says, I'm unsure if truth exists anymore. And we're living in a world and a time where it's so hard to be able to, even know what is true and what's not. But we even tell ourselves so many lies that we accept as truth. And so this, and this experience in writing that book was about, really, the first book, More Than Existing, was about taking ownership and responsibility for your life. The second one is saying, you know what? I accepted a lot of fucking bullshit that I don't need to accept anymore. I said yes to a lot of shit that I just felt guilty. And so I would prostitute myself out. So it's like, that's an archetype in Carl Jung archetypes that we do in More Than Existing. And so it's like, I sell my soul just to be liked, or I sell myself out to just be, to just make sure everyone else is happy. But making everyone else happy isn't making you happy. Like, and so that's where that reflection comes in, that you can see you. And that's where the heart, that's where the love really truly starts to come in. Love is not always means that you're going to please everyone else and everyone else is not going to be happy. But it means that you start to know that you are starting to finally freaking live. You're starting to make yourself an equal to everyone else. And I was saying, now I sit to the table with everyone else instead of waiting, making sure everyone else is fed before me. And that's a huge part of the journey. When you can look into the mirror and look into your life with such awe for that strong woman or that strong man who's had to be there to see yourself in those experiences, and what it took and what it takes to be here every day through the good, the bad, the ugly. And you're still standing, you're still doing that. But to also then stand in the light of saying, I'm also not here to be, to punish myself, to live in that guilt energy, and to rise above that. And so that's the essence of what the heart is giving us. It's like, and so you hold your own heart and your own life and the life that you're going to live in your own hands. Do I choose that life of making a choice that, even though I've been through everything, do I make a choice to constantly find something to be wrong with me? Or do I start creating my heaven on earth? It's time to start creating that heaven on earth. Michelle.
Mine totally carries on from that. Going on from love is created with passion. And again, I got Knight of Fire. So the Knight is very, he's very young still, and he's adventurous, and the no fear. And it's about being confident and taking life and going with it. I see Chandria says she should go live. If you have a message of love, absolutely go live. That message needs to get out there. And if it reaches one person, 10 people, 1,000 people, great. Put it out there so that you might be that person who helps to bring love to somebody else. And then it's contagious. It's like a sneeze, it's contagious, or a yawn. And it just carries on. Yeah. So get out there, go be confident. And you know what? Don't worry about what anybody else is going to say. And I used to be very bad for that. I used to worry about what people were going to say, but you know what? It's none of your fucking business what they're going to say now. Go do it. Go spread love. Be happy.
Love. And you don't ever do it because you're looking. It's never about who's going to be watching or how many is going to be watching. I always say I never did this because I was looking to be a celebrity in life. I started my own healing journey, and I trusted the call of where and how to show up. But anyone who's been watching me for a long time has also seen me step back. That you have seen me go from live every day. You've seen me walk totally away and spend months away. You've seen me step out and back because I've also recognized that love includes me, that healthy living includes me. And so making the choice to choose of where do I have enough energy and what do I have to give? So when your messages or there is that sense of where is it coming from because my head has this view of attitude that I just want to give out? Or is it that sense of a truth that, it may touch one person? You may be the messenger in somebody's life today that somebody needs to hear that. A sneeze too, Ronita says. And so, so just trusting that heaven on earth. Yes, exactly, Carla. So it's heaven on earth, right? And so creating that heaven on earth. And I always say that Lucifer energy is like, that's the door of our choices. And when you're at the door of your choices, what choice do you make? Do you choose the one that's taking you to that place of being in that own personal hell? Or do you choose the one that's going to take you into creating, in the sense of not always physically seeing it, but starting to feel the essence of that heaven? I always say my green grass is I'm not watering the weeds. When I travel into heavens, when spirit takes me into heavens, it's all green grass. There's no freaking weeds there. So why would I want weeds in my life and in my world right now? Why water the weeds that will choke out the green grass in your life? You water, you water it with pure intention of love, and love will grow.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. And when loved ones come in, they come. And so you just trust that.
I have to mention, I really do suggest that you go into Corrie's school because there is something for everybody, whether it's it's all healing for yourself, but there'll be, what you get from it is confidence, love for yourself, love for others, the ability to just live a much more abundant life. And we are all very deserving of that, because if you ask me, I don't know how many years ago, if I would be sitting here doing a live talking about spirits and cards and stuff like that, I would have told you were fucking crazy.
That's true. She would have.
I would have. And like, go with like that message I sent to Corrie that day was, there has to be more to life than this, than working and paying bills and just carrying on. She's like, I've been waiting for you. So, I mean, if you have that urge, reach out to her, reach out to me, reach out to Loving Energy Recharge. Like, there's so many of us out there that have done so many trainings with Corrie. And I am so beyond grateful for all of it. It's all amazing. And honestly, I've gone into many other people's stuff thinking that I can take a piece, I'm going to get this. Everything that I have ever needed, Corrie has given me. I stopped looking because I know I'm just going right back to my mothership.
Back to her mother. Thank you. Thank you. That's so sweet. Chandra, I just want to say this though. There's something to be said, because we can have all the gifts in the world. And, we all are gifted. We all have, but there is something about learning to harness, but also learning how to work with our own personal energy and doing the healing work that is needed. Because when you start to open up to spirit and you start to open up to messages, you are stepping into other people's energies. And there is that sense of the code of ethics that comes with that. But there is also that of what you take on and what you start to carry. And so over the years, my gift, I was born clairvoyant. I could see since I was I had movies in my eyes since I was little. But the sense of learning how to work with that and learning the, the energy of not just how to use my gift, but also knowing when to shut down, also knowing how much I had to give, but also learning the power of working in the different realms and with what I was receiving and where I was receiving it from, and being able to create that balance. I'm like, so it's like one thing to just put ourselves out there because we have it, but I also highly suggest making sure that you do get yourself into a place, and it doesn't have to be me, it could be anywhere where you learn, if you haven't already. I mean, you might have done lots already, but it's like making sure you do some of the deep-seated healing work so that we know how to move, self out of the way, to move ego out of the way, to where am I accessing this from? What am I accessing? All of this stuff. There's so many moving parts to working with spirit and to working with loved ones, that it's like, opening up your heart and opening up that space and saying, I'm here. People come swarming in, but it's like we think we're prepared, but we're not really prepared for what's to come. And so truly trust that, really true. And as Michelle, it's like I suggest making sure you do some of that work as well, and still, letting yourself be there, because, you just can't be a wide open door.
I'll just suggest, Corrie, well, because I mean, I definitely, as time has gone on, like I wasn't always like Corrie, like it wasn't like from day one, maybe it was, I don't know. But I always knew that I felt energy, but I didn't know it at the time. But so major, and I don't know what you've done either, but and this could be for anybody, major ones that I suggest, if it's coming down to spirit and working with it, I suggest her mediumship, her angels, and healing the healers. Healing the healer is very, very important and good, because we don't want to be giving out messages that people don't want to hear. We don't want to be doing that. And definitely. And you know what? I never thought I'd be doing this. And so a lot of these courses have helped me learn how to do it in a healthy manner and no ego attached.
Yeah. And they all work beside me now. And Crystal, yes, it's like amazing. So many spiritually open women in this feed. Yes, there is. There's a lot of beautiful energy in here, and a lot of power and a lot of love. And so that's why I said tonight, it's been just like a wide open, this heart energy, this like, it's been so amazing. It's like, just trusting when to come in and to be present, to be here is beautiful. But we are going to be shutting it down. So many amazing courses. Yes, thank you. And Loving Energy Recharge. That's Lisa Richard. She's also one of the facilitators in the school as well. And she has the human design in there. She has love language. I think love language in there, isn't it, Lisa? There's like, and her affirmations, and there's several. I don't even know what I got in there, so I can't. And then there's Sabina, got some yoga stuff in there. So there's lots of meditations and stuff. Yeah. But Healing the Healer is one of the courses that I taught a few years ago, and there's a recording in there. And I was listening to that one, like some of that one day for something else I was doing. It's pretty freaking incredible. You can also go to unified.com, and there's 3 courses in unified.com. I teach at unified.com as well. And there's 3 courses that I have in there. But if you go to my YouTube channel, in the playlist, there's also some of the introductory into some of my work, like into More Than Existing and stuff. And there's several videos that are also in there that are free for people to access. So if you go to my YouTube channel, you can check that out. And that's there as well.
Much love.
Much love.
Lots of love.
Lots of love. So thank you all for joining us. We will be doing this again. How much does it cost? It's nothing to join the school itself. The programs are all different prices. But there is free stuff in there as well. I think Healing the Healer, I don't know for sure, but I think it's like $79 or something like that. Like, I can't really remember. But if you go in and look, it'll show you all the cost. Everything is in there. Go to mteacademy.com. and it'll bring it up. It's all on my website too. Go to corriethorne.com as well. But it's like, and some of it, like I said, there is some of the free stuff in there as well that would really, really help you. Yeah.
And let's do the prayer one. I need to do the prayer one too. Let's get vibration in this world up better.
Yeah. Yes. And I think I will be doing another prayer one as well. But there's another one coming too that Lisa she keeps poking.
Imagine that.
Yeah. There's another little angel one that's going to be coming as well. So
yay.
Yeah. And so, thank you everybody for joining us tonight. I'm looking forward to being able to announce my second book coming out. I can't wait to show you the cover. I'm like all excited about the cover. Been like 2 years waiting to bring this book out, but I'm like all excited about the cover. And my newest cards you will not see until they are published. We will not be showing the newest version of these. There is some changes in them. The back is now totally different. It looks nothing like this. Until they come out, and I will be teaching some in-person classes with the cards and some online classes as well. For anyone that's in here that's going to be working with me next week in Edmonton, I am teaching the master level of Reiki to an amazing group from the Indigenous communities all around Alberta that are coming together to finish up their masters. And so if you're here and you're a part of that, I will see you on Tuesday. And you won't see me at all this week, but you can also go to Michelle's link, and we'll share that again in here. What is your actual link? Is it
for Facebook?
Yeah.
How do you get it? Like, I don't know how to even get it.
We'll share it after.
Okay.
We'll put it over in the comments.
It is Angelic Realm Healing. It is. If you go to
it's angelic. Yeah. And so that's all it is. There's nothing else on it, right? It's like that's your thing to get in. And so we'll share the link so you can also get to Michelle's page as well. And she pulls a card kind of daily and does a little, not all time. She's like me. It depends, but but she does put up a card and stuff and puts a little message as well. And she's also on Instagram. So you can catch us anywhere. Thank you for being with us. Please share these videos. It's the only way that we get to stay active now, because we are getting kind of pushed in that whole. There's a lot of things that's happening out there, but we want to keep it in love tonight. So
share with love.
Share with love. Share with love. Good night. And yes, many blessings, much love. And I do have a little prayer circle going for everyone. So there is the healing. I'll let the candles burn themselves down. They are tea lights, so they're safer. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you for being here. And you're very welcome. And much love, everybody. We will see you all again. Mwah. Bye-bye.